Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. It's the UCF Knights and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Sun Devils head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. And he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Sun Devils ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCF's offense will have the football first. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. You want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And, Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end. And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Off play action. With the catch, it's Wade. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. The Knights have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He wants to throw it again. Got his man. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. They'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. The Sun Devils offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely...
Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Now on third down for this offense. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. The give, running right, Brown. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Grab near the marker, it's Miller. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead as we get a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. A give to Brown. Runs through a tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Sun Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Enough to move the chains.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's...
And he's in! Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Skips away from pressure. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Chambers.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. To the air, it's Barnett. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown? Breaks into the open. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Miller. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Sun Devils come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making checks. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Try the right side with Brown. Picks up the first down. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use.
Kangaroos his way. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Sun Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Under fire. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to throw. It's Boley. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown ASU! Special teams proving to be special. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes zoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Running to Green.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Rushes on him. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Now the play fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the Heat. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the number 10 team, the Cal Golden Bears. And it's the Cavaliers with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Tempe. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Going to try to get it himself. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more?
Maybe some room here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Going to take a shot. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A give to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Here's the pressure. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the stomping has commenced. On to attempt the try. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Charles. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw it again, and why not? The sure hands, it's Thomas. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Knights can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Barnett. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Maybe a crease. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Touchdown, Arizona State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Looking to throw. It's Barnett. Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. The second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. With this game well in hand, let's take a look at some of the potential Heisman candidates here as we get very late in the season. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Red 18, move.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, it's Boley. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their...
Might have a chance. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Miller. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Makes a catch. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking.
Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. One more time, it's Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man. It's Ashley. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. Man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying